So each of the booms is numbered. Number 1 is this one that has the navi controller on it, and you can see the number 1 just on the top there, and all the way through to 8. You see that number 8 is labelled. So they're all labelled, and then around the main core of the helicopter, I have labelled up each of the holes that the boom goes in. So that's hole 4, and this is 3. I've already inserted boom number 3. Again, it's a little bit fiddly getting in. If necessary, you can loosen off these screws slightly more to get it in a little bit more easily, and you do that just with the screws on the other side. But what you're going to need to do is, for each boom, you will need to poke the boom through the housing until it sits just neatly up against this inner ring. And what we've got through the other side, I don't know if you can see those there, but the cables that run from the motor at the end, you can see the 3 cables going this end of the boom, come out at the other end of the boom, and you can just hopefully see 3 of them here. You've got 1, 2, there we go, 1, 2, and 3. And what I've done is I've then poked them up through, so they will come out on the top here. So we've got 2 layers of the flight control here. We've got this wider outer layer, and then there's the smaller, slightly higher inner layer. It's quite hard to see from here, but there is a slight gap between the 2 just here. So you need to poke up the cables from the boom up through this little hole, and you can just say they are these 3 cables, 1, 2, and 3, coming out the end with the male ends on them. And what you're going to need to do now is then connect those into the closest female ends to that boom. So for this boom, the closest female ends start on this solder here. So these 3 here, and run up here, and then I'm going to need to connect in these 3 male ends into these 3 female ends, and they are color coded. So you want to have red to red, black to black, and white to white. So you get those connected up, and then you're just going to do the same for each of the booms. So when it comes to boom number 2, thread it all the way through, thread the cables up and up through under the smaller of the flight control boards and out of this hole, and they will then connect into these female ends here. As I said before, 3 of the booms have these additional cables, so you actually have 4 cables on 3 of the booms. This is the one for the lighting, and so you see boom number 4 has an additional cable. So boom number 4 will come in through here, and once it pokes up, you would then connect up the lightning connector to the nearest lighting connector on the control board in order to provide power. Once you've done all of those, you'll have a nice mass of wires, but everything hopefully should be connected up all in the right place.